everybody, it's Marie and it's your time to sparkle and shine. Just back after doing some shopping, and you can already see the volume of people that are amping up to stock up for Christmas. So in case you don't already know, of Instagram Lives where we work on the reflexology points and what it is that you can do for optimum health. Hi, Felicia. And it worked like a charm, so it did. Excellent.
That's better.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure my grip of my I've got it on. Oops, hang on. Let's move it round. That's better. That's better. That's better. Usually I only get about that much. Hang on a minute. I'm doing that.
Now you can see a bit more. Excellent. And you see, I got a little bit of purple power. Yeah, just the front bits, just for a bit of oomph before Christmas.
And also a bit of curl, I see.
Yeah. They do that when I go. I got it done yesterday, so it's yeah. Anyway, so today, what is it that we picked today? Eyes, was it? I think we said eyes. Yeah.
All about eyesight.
Pardon?
All about eyesight.
All about eyesight and improving your eyesight. And giving tired eyes a rest. And it's especially important because we spend so much time online now and on our phones and on our laptops more than, previous generations. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see in general, is eyesight disimproving? Or is it, who knows? Yeah.
It's very good for dry eyes because for some unknown reason, if you don't drink enough water, because obviously if you don't, your eyes are full of water anyway, natural fluids which make your eye socket move, obviously. And if you don't have, saying that, obviously you start drinking. If you don't drink enough,
to have my when we're doing work like this and I need to have my water beside me, I tend to sip as I go along. Which is, which I find is great. So we're doing eyes today, and this is about eyesight. Anything else that it covers in particular? Because it's the fact that your head.
What we're also going to do is, I've been guided to do this. We're going to do relaxation as always, because we started off with relaxation. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is the immune system, because we need the immune system to boost the eyesight. I know it sounds weird, but it does work.
Okay.
Now, all I can say is last night.
Sorry, is there three parts then to it? So there's the calming, the immune, the eyesight, and then back to calm again. Is that it? So there's four sequences totally involved. Okay, great. Yeah.
And what I suggest everyone does when they watch it on either live with us now or when we watch on replay, I seriously suggest you really and truly top up your hydrate yourself, because after you do these points, your body then starts detoxifying what is already in the body that's stopping you from doing X, Y, Z in the body, or it's had any pathogens or anything else. Oh, it's obviously my throat started again, because every time I do this, my throat starts. It's a good idea to top it on the fluids. Now, when I say this to my students and also when I'm teaching privately, I always say to people, please do not drink cold water. Because I think I've said this one before in another.
You did, yeah. The last time we were on, you spoke about cold water. But the other thing is there a time of the day that it's better to drink? Early in the morning, late at night, mid-afternoon, consistently through the day. Like, does it matter? Your timings.
If you're going to be having anything to eat, for instance, it's best to actually have it before you eat. Because that means to say whatever you're grounding yourself with actually gets to move through the body a lot quicker. Also, if somebody has a problem with their stomach, if you drink water, it fills up the stomach.
Yeah. So
you have an ability to you could switch off a lot easier when you're eating. You don't have to have gorging yourself, in other words. And if you do gorge yourself, obviously having the water beforehand helps the easy transit as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So that is that. But I've been teaching children at the moment. I've been seeing so many children with so many problems because of the recent issues we've been having for the last 18 months, but also I've been seeing children who've had throat problems, loads of children with heaps of throat problems and eye problems.
Yeah.
And I have no idea where this is going, but obviously it's just a notification I've noticed. And it's getting a bit sort of concerning, really, because then I've thought about it actually, and it does work out. The reason being is because people's throats are being clogged and so much is obviously because they're breathing in their own toxic waste,
because of the mask they're wearing. Because it's the breathing recycled air as opposed to fresh air. Yeah.
And because we're supposed to be drinking in or breathing in fresh air that the plants and the trees actually provide for us. Because if you think about it, we breathe out our own oxygen, and they transform it into the appropriate energy that we need to. It's not oxygen, is it? We send out an energy.
They take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen into the air because they recycle. Yeah, they're the best recycling. I don't know, plants. That are part of the whole. Because the world is set up, to keep our earth pure and clean, and it's doing its best despite all the odds. So it is.
The moment, yes. So I'm seeing a lot of children and adults, but mainly children that have been affected by it, because obviously they've been expected. I don't know where about the rest of the world, but I know in this country they're expected to be at school for a long time, unless they've got lanyards. But when you've got lanyards, well, we won't go into that one. We'll just dismiss that one. But so I've been doing lots of immune system with them, and also throat chakra and eyesight, because when you do this, when you've got everything's going in and you're breathing it in, if anybody has going up here as well, because obviously your eyes are related to your heart, liver and kidneys. And if your vital energy force in your body has been affected by the toxic waste that brings back in again, it has a detrimental effect.
And of course, because the UK and Ireland, our children start school earlier. They start school around 4 there or thereabouts, whereas I know in the Scandinavian countries they're like 7 or 8, so they're already older when they go. So the children that are affected now are younger than those that than our sisters and brothers that are in the Scandinavian countries, because their children are going to are actually going to school later. But I also think that the way that they're managing what's happening in the world is very different to what it is that we're doing here, which would be an interesting conversation for another day. But anyway, so today is about eyes, and we'll start the sequence. So when we first start, we do what we call, it's like the 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and they're for calming. And then we're going to go in about boosting the immune system. And this week you can actually do calming and boost the immune system, and then finish with the calming sequence again. That's particularly in the times that we're in, to be able to boost your immune system, that when, because it is going to be challenged, that it can actually work really, really well. I can remember years ago when my middle daughter, she kept getting sick time after time after time, and I brought her to a friend of mine who does kinesiology. So she worked with her and worked on her immune system, so that, because she was at 0, she literally had no reserves to fight off the infections. So she actually worked on her and worked on her immune system, so that her body allowed her to up her immune system. And basically she never really looked back after that. And I think, all of these things are ways that we can help and support our children, that we may not even realize that in helping them boost their immune system, we're giving them the ability to be able to fight infection, as well as, we can give them the supplements as well, because that's no harm. Your vitamin D, your vitamin C, your calcium, your, magnesium, your zinc in particular. So, that we can bring all of these into their diets to help them as well. That it's not like all your eggs in one basket. There's so many different approaches that you can actually take to health.
True. And also what I'm going to say is, if anyone's, when they've been watching this, either live or obviously replay, if you've got any crystals with a rounded end, it's a very good idea to not only apply your finger, you can also use a massage wand. You can use, I mean, I've got tiger's eye at the moment, because obviously tiger's eye is excellent for working with the eyes. So long as you've got a rounded end, so you've got a rounded end, as long as that's not sharp or anything, you can use it. If you do have a sharp one,
it can, yeah, because I've got a tiny little one here that, you know, that I could actually use as well. It doesn't have to be huge. Yeah. It's just like, it's like a carnelian. So yeah. Okay.
If you do a sharp point, for instance, certain areas like underneath the nose, you can work on that instead of your finger or nose.
Yeah.
Other than that, anything that's related to obviously the immune system, which you can use chrysocolla, you can use chrysoprase, you can use this point here, which is a Chevron Amethyst, excellent for the immune system. So there's different ones you can use, or whatever you're drawn to.
Yeah.
Which I always say to people, I can suggest as much as I like, but if you're not choosing any of those, or your heart is not going in that direction, and your heart is being pulled in a different direction for a different crystal, for instance, then go with that. Go with your gut instinct, because that's telling you, your body is saying to me, that is the perfect crystal, you know, which is good. But I've just sort of given out just a choice that we can use. In other words, right? Okay. So if you want, rub, you get the chi going.
Yeah. Rub your hands together. Yeah. Great thing to do to start you off first thing in the morning.
Wake yourself up.
Yeah.
Qigong, for instance, or yoga. Okay. Right. We're going to do the points.
Yeah.
So we do the points. First point, which is there.
So the first sequence is all about calming the body. Yeah. So there's a ridge between that you can actually feel, and if you rub your finger forward and backwards for about 18 to 20 times. In case anybody hasn't seen our earlier videos, and the same then matching the other side.
It's amazing. So I was treating a couple of children yesterday who just literally popped into my unexpected, and their parents were sort of found me and said, can you help them, because really finding a bit of a struggle. They've got insomnia, they've got problems with their neck, and they're not sleeping very well, breathing properly. Can you give them a hand with facial reflexology? And I said, yeah, great. So we did it on Zoom, and they were amazed. Literally, they was a bit skeptical, I must say, but that's the best thing to be in some cases, because you've got no expectations, because you don't know what's coming. Halfway through the immune system sequence, both children that I saw were falling asleep.
Yeah.
So all I was doing was obviously doing the relaxation first, taught them how to do that. They were yawning to begin with, halfway through, just doing the third point of that one.
Oh, it's a good thing.
By the time I got to zero, they were sort of, feeling a bit, that's good, a good sign. And they said their nose was itching, which is another good sign.
Yeah.
And then their parents were joining in with them, which was good, because obviously by the two doing it together was fun.
Yeah.
By the end of this first sequence, both children were just completely having a bit of a problem staying awake.
They were zombed. Yeah.
We did the last sequence to finish it off with them, and they said to me, "Oh, I feel so tired," and it was only 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I said, maybe you're going to bed early, but these children hadn't slept for probably properly.
Oh my goodness.
2 months.
Yeah, so that's the calming sequence that we've just done. So the next one then we're going in to do is the immune. Okay.
Right, okay. So we're going to go middle.
Yeah.
Sometimes this one is going to be really, really painful sometimes, because obviously it's on the gum area of your top gum mouth. Oh, God, geez, something's happening there, obviously. That is also to do with your pancreas and uterus. So if you've got any problems in that area, menstrual, menopausal, perimenopause, you can use this particular point, which is great.
Okay.
Then you've got the lines either side of that.
Yeah.
And then you literally draw it down into the center.
The center between this and the, okay, so there. Yeah.
So
between the ridge here and there. Between there and there. Yeah.
So, yeah. So
yeah.
You know where the nostril is at the bottom there.
Yeah. Yeah. So the bottom of the nostril. Okay.
Yeah. But you see, I mean, I've been doing these now for months and months and months and months and months, in fact, years actually. And I have noticed my immune system is coping really, really well.
Yeah.
And I, to be honest, haven't had anything, and I mean anything, after working with facial reflexology that has interrupted my immune system for many years.
Isn't that great? Yeah.
My immune system obviously realizes and pays attention. But when people think we have a separate immune system in the body, we don't. It's the whole body.
Okay.
So as you know, basically, right, corner of your mouth,
yeah,
and then you literally scoop round and come down to about there. So it's on the top of the gum on the lower jaw.
Okay. Yeah. So it's sort of like your gum and your teeth meet, really. Along that ridge there that you can feel. Yeah.
And what the intention of this is to actually go more down than up. So the force, the force of the pull down is more than up.
Oh, that one's lower.
Yeah, this is to do with your calves and heels of your feet.
Okay.
And then you go around the other side. No, when you teach children, it's fun because it's amazing. They have different sensations sometimes to us.
Yeah.
And they can feel them a lot differently. And we were having great fun. Oh, that feels strange, Felicity. How come that feels strange on me? I don't understand that. I've never felt like that before.
Yeah.
How come it feels really sore? And I'm going, well, maybe there's a problem in there you need to sort out. What do you think it is? I have no idea, but it feels really odd. Oh, I've got a twinge in my foot. How does that work out? I've got a twinge in my You're thinking, but when you teach adults, you don't get that response.
Yeah, it's a questioning.
Feedback. In some cases, a lot of feedback coming. Right, end of chin, and then you literally sweep up slightly.
Yeah.
And where the tip of the finger is, that's where you land.
Okay.
And that.
Up and down?
Because there's two other. Yeah. Because it's just underneath the line here.
So where you almost like in your indentation of where your chin starts to indent. Yeah. The hollow. I'm just what I'm saying, a lot of people I've noticed I've been teaching as well have very long nails. Preferably do not do this with long nails. You can have long nails, not too long, because it will hurt. And I mean hurt. Because you'll be really sort of pushing it in a weeny bit too much. Yeah.
Right. Then you go back up to the top lip again.
Yeah.
And you literally are on the center, not the corner, not the middle, but the center.
So just below and the center.
That's it. And this again is to do with your uterus or prostate, if you're a male.
Yeah.
And that helps to put it back into balance, rejuvenates it, gives it a message to behave itself.
Okay.
If it's got any problems. This is also, you can also, this is a good point for hormone balancing.
Yeah. Do we do the same the other side then? Yeah.
Yeah, the other side. There's only actually 4 points on the whole of the face that you'll only work either left or right.
Okay.
And as far as I know, there's none in. Oh yeah, there's one in the second sequence from immune system. No, there's not. There's two. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I got told off for that one. It's amazing how my guides tell me off. Right, center. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to use a crystal because I've already hurt myself doing it yesterday. So I'm going to use a crystal for this. It's center of your chin, where you actually have. Usually, some people have that element to crease there.
Yeah.
So you work for the center.
Yeah.
And you work horizontally.
Over right.
Preferably don't speak when you're doing this. It can sound really odd.
Or laugh, because it tightens up your muscles.
True. This is also good for working out the temperature in your body. If you're under par, it will work it and bring it back up again. If it's over and it's overzealous and it's too hot in certain parts of the body, it will cool it down, which is great. But again, this is all to do with the uterus. The last point is going to be the only side which is on the left. If you draw a line from your nose and work it out just on top of the cheek, in the middle, and that's where you're aiming for. This is the stomach and spleen.
Okay. And right to left or up and down, does it matter?
It's side to side.
Side to side, okay. So right to left.
I'm obviously showing you with crystals because obviously Marie's doing it with her finger and I'm doing it with crystals, so it shows you two different ways of doing it. And then what you do is then you go to 0.
To 0, okay.
Now with a massage wand, you can do it either on the small end or at the big end. It's entirely up to your choice.
Yeah.
Or if you've got a crystal that has two or three different sides, or if it has a flat side, you can use it.
Yeah.
Just remember, if you use the crystals, you have a double or triple whammy with healing. So I always find it really, really good for working with crystals. But then that's me because I'm crystal mad.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're very much in alignment with the crystals. You work vibration-wise, energy-wise. Yeah.
And most people who know me, like yourself, Marie, know I'm nuts, which is great.
Well, we're all a little bit nuts, thank God.
I think we need to be at the moment, or in the big world.
Definitely.
Right, so that's the first step.
So that's the immune system done. Yeah.
That's the first step done. So we're now going to go to the second step.
Yeah.
And the first one is going to be, the first point is going to be, you work up with your ear.
Yeah.
You come down from the top part of the ear and come down almost near the last point you actually massaged.
Yeah.
Now, usually that is going to be very sore and tender and tight.
Okay.
In most people. And you just go up and down and it will feel as though it's very, very tight.
Okay.
That is related to several areas of the body: neck, ears, inner ears. It's related to eyes. It's also related to your lower back, lumbar area, coccyx. It's related to tops of your legs. It is related to hips. Because the ears, if you actually know about anything to do with auricular reflexology, it is actually if you look at the ear itself, it looks like a fetus.
Oh, okay, yes, shape-wise, yes. That's
now
interesting.
One side.
Yeah, sorry, because years ago when I was going through a really stressful time, my jaw actually dislocated. So it did. The tension in my body was so great that it actually pulled particularly on the right side, it dislocated. And every so often I can actually feel if the tension is rising again, I'll actually feel the pain in my jaw. And I'll also feel it in my hip. So I will.
This is a very good point for that one.
Yeah.
Because it also works on the TMJ, which is just down from there, which is obviously a very powerful joint, which most people don't really understand.
And a lot of people,
powerful joint.
Yeah, and a lot of people do the trigeminal neuralgia, that they get an awful lot of head pain and jaw pain, literally from the nerves that are trapped on that particular joint area. You know, TMJ is really, and it's really powerful because there's so much powerful muscles there. Yeah. So
I know someone in my family, I know some of you in my family had lots of jaw problems because they're wisdom teeth.
Yeah.
Because they were growing in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And I taught them facial reflexology, and they do it regularly now. And when they had problems with their jaw because of going to the dentist and everything, having them out, they were working these points about 50, 60 times a day. And they got no pain.
Yeah.
Maybe none. As I said to you before, I think they went in to have their teeth removed and they didn't have an anaesthetic.
Wow. Because I find that if I'm at the dentist, because I have to keep my mouth open for such a long period of time, it pulls the muscles of my jaw. So yeah, doing an exercise like this would definitely help. I would usually go for a math or something like that just to get me back into alignment again. Okay, next.
Right. Second point is going to be in middle of nose.
Yeah.
And these 2 points are both sides of the nose. These are to work lungs, to clear your lungs out.
Okay.
Also it clears your nose.
Yeah.
And now I will say, who's ever watching live or replay, when you work this particular point, your nose will itch.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will sneeze, you will yawn.
Yeah.
Sometimes people tend to find that they feel very tired when you work this point. Obviously your lungs are, if they're under par, for instance, and you're not breathing properly from your abdomen.
Yeah.
And because I do yoga, I do 3-part breaths. So I mean, I've got used to this now. So you do this and you work out, your body will work out. You'll be able to breathe a lot easier. All of a sudden you might sigh as well. Yeah. Or another thing is you might laugh. And all of a sudden you will burst into laughter, but you don't know where it's coming from. It's because you're releasing energies, which is great. Yeah. And that is a very powerful point. Yeah. Yeah. See, right. Yeah. Right. We're going to go back to the point we went before, which is on the side here, and it's
over and back. Actually, that's a sore point too.
Because I'm getting quite used to doing this now, and I've been doing this for many years, and I've noticed the similarities. Although we massage these acupressure clinics, it's very similar to EFT tapping. Yeah. Which I also do as well. And I have found that if you tap on them sometimes to release something, it's really, really good as well. Okay. And the other side, now that side is the spleen pancreas, stomach. Yeah. This side is going to be your liver
and gallbladder.
It's only on the right side.
Yeah.
It's not on the left side. Remember, if you know your body, your liver only sits.
Correct. Your liver is only on your right side of your body, and your pancreas is on your left-hand side of the body. So when you're massaging this point, it's the relevant organs to that particular side of the body. Yeah.
If you have any problems on this point with sinus, this is another good. These 2 points here are very good for sinuses as well.
Great.
As well as the side of the side. So although you're covering the immune system, you're covering other things within the body. If you have a problem with breathing, for instance, you've got a stuffed nose, you've got a cold, these are very good points for clearing stuff out. Bear in mind, if you start clearing out, bear in mind that you will start to sneeze and start to want to cough, and also wish to blow your nose a lot, which is a good sign. Do not, whatever you do, stifle it or suppress it. Yeah. That's my thought, because obviously it's better to come out. As the old saying goes, better out than in.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. This point back here again.
Back here again.
That there again.
Yeah. Up and down. Yeah.
Now, funny, lots of people say to me, this is really weird, Felicia. I feel really weird doing this. And I say, yeah, it is weird. It's weird to start off with until you get used to doing it on a regular basis. And then all of a sudden you think, oh, that's easy. I'll just give it a go. Yeah. And then you notice beneficial differences begin to start happening. Yeah. So what
we're working on now is actually eyes. So we've done the calm part, we've done the immune, and we're working on improving eyesight.
No, this is the second set of the immune.
Oh, this is the second set of the immune. Oh, okay. I didn't realize there were 2 parts to the immune. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, there's 2 parts to this, which is the reason they do 2 parts is because it's so powerful. Because the body needs that power to actually spark off. Okay. Then what you do is either side of that crease, you've got a point that's in alignment with the corner of the mouth. Yep. So you do right first, and that one's up and down. Okay. This one is very good for feet, toes, and also lower coccyx and pelvis. Okay. So you've got prolapse, anything prolapse in the bladder or in the uterus, for instance, this is an excellent point to use to strengthen it and tone it. Okay. A lot of A lot of us with that at the moment, because we've given birth to children.
Yeah.
I only know that only too well. Not everybody.
Yeah.
But I must say, when I did it for me, right, the next point is the last point before 0.
Okay.
Top of the, and you just literally sweep across.
Yeah.
To more almost in line with the middle of the eye, and you
Okay.
come down
Yeah.
to the cheek.
Yeah.
And this is the large intestine. It's actually on the large intestine meridian, actually, because the large intestine meridian actually finishes on the corner of the nose.
Okay.
Either side.
And
So what you mainly do is,
yeah. Sorry, that would be good for movement.
As opposed to the one on here, your main object here is the force of it going down. So you want to detox.
Okay.
Remove, release, let go.
Okay.
Now, like with anything, there is no miracle cure, right? If you want to do this on a regular basis, that's great, because your body will respond quite easily to your requests.
Yep.
On the other hand, if you do this once or twice a week, for instance, it's great. If you just do it once, and then you think, right, that's it, my body's responding, it's great, I don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah.
No, you need to do this as a continuous, a continuous well-being. Right, we'll go back to 0.
Back to 0 again. Yeah.
Now, as I've said before in previous ones we've done here, as you rightly say, Maria, this is a point you can use all on its own. You do not have to use any other points if you don't wish to do so, because it does so many things in the body.
Yeah.
And when I teach my children this, I say to them at school, or when you're out or anything and you get a bit tizzy and you get a bit sort of, het up and whatever, just use this point, because it's so much easier rather than going through the other rest of the points. Yeah. And they said it does work. I've had so many reports back saying, wow, been sitting in class feeling very frustrated with the teacher, or can't understand, I'm not getting through to them to say I'm not being understood properly, I'm getting bullied or whatever else like that. I do these points and it all seems to melt away miraculously. I know how it works, because I know how many body functions it actually works with. Yeah. But those are the 2 points for immune system. Now we'll go on to the eyesight ones.
Excellent. Right? Yeah.
Now, I must say there are 2 points here which are going to be, if you're very unlucky, you're going to be very, very tight. Yeah. Mine were to begin with, and they are close related, when I work with them, are related for your inner ear chakras. So although you're covering the eyesight, you're also going to be covering the ears at the same time. Okay. So we start off with one we've done before, I think, which is diagonal to the corner of the eye. Yeah. And it's in the center of the cheek. Okay. And this is stomach through. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to aim to flow up towards the corner of the eye. Okay. But this is stomach 3. Now, usually when people work this point, you go very, very warm. So if you've got cold feet, for instance, or a cold body, this warms the body up beautifully. Yeah. Or if you've got bad circulation, for instance, it's good for that. Or if you've got the opposite and you've got good circulation and it's too warm, it, funnily enough, does the reverse, funnily enough. Yeah. It cools you down. Because our stomach has its own, it actually has its own heart. Yeah, I can actually feel that in my stomach, so I can. Yeah, it responds to your heart chakra very, very well, actually. It's a different frequency, it still works. Yeah. It works together. It's like everything, we all come to a whole rather than in sections. Yeah. Right, the next one we've done before, which is the one under here. Follow your nose down, follow your mouth down. Yeah. And you sweep and you work up there. So it's more or less in alignment with that part of the lip, in the words, but it's there. Yeah. And that is mainly down. Down. Okay. Now, you see, for me, that's all. Yeah. I don't feel too bad about it. Yeah. That is related to calves, shins, ankles. And the ankles, I could go into details for those, because obviously being a reflexologist, foot reflexologist, now it's completely different. It's completely free. So what was there blocking, energy block, is now gone. Yeah. The same with that one on the other side. Locate it. Usually, if a point is sore or tender, you know that that is the point you're meant to be working with.
Yeah.
You may wish to back off from it sometimes if it works a bit too much. I might just back off for a while.
Yeah.
And then go back in again. But you know, please do not go gung ho. There's no reason for going gung ho with this.
Yeah.
Do it to your own pace and your own ability of pressure.
Yeah.
Right. Now the next one is the one on the bridge of the nose.
Yeah.
And you just literally go up and down.
Up and down.
This is related to your neck, cervical spine, thyroid, throat chakra. Jeez. That's tight. But then again, I understand why that's tight for me today.
Yeah.
Because I've been getting myself ready for my open day tomorrow, so I've been singing. So been singing and clearing the air for my expectations of all my people coming tomorrow to buy crystals tomorrow. So that'll be exciting. It's getting looser, which is good. Right, so that's that one. And we're going to oh yeah, so this one is going to be the top of the ear. So if I turn sideways, it's going to be on the top of here.
Yeah.
And what you're going to do is like a soaring action. Get the head in the way, Felicia. It's up to you whether you want to go that way or that way. It's entirely up to your choice. These particular points tend to be really, really painful. I mean, painful. And people really find it very difficult. And they notice it feels as though the actual muscles or everything underneath here is like that, and it's tight.
Yeah.
But then again, that's related to the spine again, and also it's related to your neck, shoulders, and throat. And this may feel as though all of a sudden you've got loads of saliva building up in your mouth, which is a good sign of clearing, which is great. God, gee, that's powerful. Right, so this is the next one. Okay,
so it's one of your arcane points as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the corner.
Yeah.
It's just sweeps slightly up to the top.
Yeah.
So on the curve, the arc.
You
go side to side.
Yeah, and you'll probably find that there's a little indentation there as well. Yeah. So it'll be and a lot of people, in fact, most people, it'll probably be a sore spot. So it will.
Oh, yeah. Most people's eyebrows are, but it's related to the shoulders.
Oh, yeah. And that makes sense with all the tension people are carrying, you know, particularly coming up to Christmas time.
But of course, this is also related to what, Marie? EFT?
Oh, emotional. Yeah, the top. Yeah, releasing points. Yeah.
It's also related to the bladder meridian, which goes down the back. It releases all your spinal column and all the muscles down your back. It releases loads of tension.
Yeah.
Based.
And kidney and bladder, of course, is all about its emotions, like a lot of the emotions.
Pent up emotions of your own, from past lives, previous life, and also ancestral.
So we're back to the same point again then in the cheek, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is liver, which is only found on this
on the right side. Yeah.
Again, this can be rather sore and tender sometimes, especially if people have got addictions sometimes. And they've got hepatitis, for instance.
So is that like acid stomach or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or digestive problems.
Digestive problems, yeah.
It's
yeah. Yeah.
Now we're going to go to 2 points we haven't done before, but sweep along from that one in slightly, so it's in alignment with the mid part of your head.
Yeah.
Line. And these two, you're going to go across, and these on everybody is really.
Ooh, yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
These are inner ear chakras.
Okay. God, I could actually feel my shoulders going up.
Yeah. Yeah, and This will clear all of your hearing. If you've got any inner problems of your ears, it's very excellent for that.
Yeah.
On the other side. And now all I can say is sometimes one side will be more painful or more sore than the other.
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends on how you sit, how you move, how your back is, which ear you hear better out of, whether you're right-handed, left-handed. There's a lot of things involved with everything on facial reflexology. It's not necessarily, oh, it's facial reflexology, oh, that's how I the points.
Mm-hmm.
The next point is right next door to it.
Okay.
It's almost to the end of the eyebrow. These don't seem to be tend to be on the bone of the forehead. And these don't seem to be as painful as the last one.
Okay.
For some unknown reason, heaven knows, but they are still related to the inner ear, their inner ear chakra.
Okay.
But most people say, oh, that doesn't hurt, but the last one did.
Yeah.
And yet they're right next door to one another.
Yeah.
Weird. But these, if you were to work out on the meridians, this is related to your stomach.
Yeah.
And gallbladder.
Yeah.
And gee, that was tight. Wow, that was really tight for me. I wonder why that was. Right, now the next one is you work from the corner of the end of the eyebrow.
Yeah.
You then come across the top of the T end, the cross here.
Yeah.
And then slightly come down and in. That's it. That's it. That's it. And then what you do is up and down.
Up and down. Okay.
Which is to do with your optical nerve.
Okay.
And if you've got any cataracts, for instance.
Oh, I can actually feel that in my eyes. Yeah.
Cataracts, any floaters, any inflammation, soreness, tenderness, dry eyes. If you've got anything which you need to, this is an eye brightener, in other words, to brighten your eyes, to give you a bit of a twinkle in your eye.
Not through Instagram sparkle.
Yeah.
It develops its own sparkle. Yeah.
But that's but it also affects Uranus as well.
Okay. Wasn't the one that you said that you could use it if people had piles and things like that, that it helps with the bring back into position?
Yeah. And go back to that. I'm going to use that one again, I think. We'll do 0.
0 point again. Okay.
Now, because there's over 500, no, there's 700 points on the face, acupressure points on the face, plus you have got over 400 points of marmer points on the face, which obviously correspond to one another, they cross over. When I do treatments, I don't necessarily go through these sequences. It can be that I do a tailor-made sequences for my clients.
Yeah.
So sometimes points are not sufficient. They need to be tailor-made for them, which is great because obviously then gives that. So we're going to go back to relaxation.
Okay. So back up these of our calm points. This 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 points will be you can use anytime, day or night, and they're for calming you down.
Yep. Now, if you find that you're wherever you are and you find that your skin has gone bright red, for instance, that is a very, very good sign, because it means to say there is a blood supply being pumped into that area where it hasn't been before. It hasn't sufficiently been before.
Oh, Lord.
So it's regenerating, in other words.
Yes.
So it's giving you plenty of the oxygen, it's giving you the relevant nutrients you require for healing the cells and releasing the old blood cells and renewing them, making new blood cells.
Yeah.
So it's similar to doing a washing machine effect, but obviously this is a slightly gentler way of doing it.
Yeah.
Now, these videos, because obviously we're recording them on Instagram, but they're also going to go on to Marie's YouTube channel as well.
And Felicia's YouTube channel as well.
And to mine as well.
Yeah.
So if you wish to sort of follow either of us or both of us, you will find them being there for eternity. So you can actually watch them as much as you like on there.
Yeah. And I am going to go back over the next week or so and do time sequences so that you know when to, you know, at what point to go to, so that you can actually just follow the sequences if you just want that.
There's not, I know, although I describe what everything is, sometimes people just wish to know the actual themselves, and do them rather than me explain what they're actually attributed to in the body.
Yeah.
All I know is, and can actually quite absolutely say to you, is whoever's doing this on with us now, or whether it's on replay, you will notice a difference, because you'll feel more confident, you'll be able to stand easier, your shoulders will be down, your neck will be, funny enough, your neck elongates. It's really strange. You feel as though you've got extra energy in your neck, and you've got, it sort of, it feels as though instead of being constricted, it's really sort of stretched out a bit. It's very, very weird how it works out, but it does work. I mean, I only do these, I only say that because I do it myself. I only do what I actually practice myself.
Yeah.
I just walk the talk, in other words.
Absolutely. So they're all the points that we went through. So the calming, the two sequences that we used for the boosting your immune system, the last sequence that we used for helping with your eyesight, and which also has benefits for your ear chakra, well, your whole body as well, and then back to the calming points again. So we always sandwich whatever it is we do with the 4 calming points. And now we get to the stage where I will do just some tapping, and I'll actually use those calming points. And I think because of the time of the year that we're in, we will be doing, Felicia and I will be doing next Wednesday, I think at 10 o'clock, we're actually going to do about de-stressing, particularly when it comes to the time of year that it is and the madness. But we're also harnessing the energy of solstice, which is, you know, which is a really powerful time. Anything that you do around any of the lunar or the planetary times really amplify the energy of what it is. So it's always a great time for, you know, releasing, letting go, and relaxing, you know, relaxing into allowing yourself to relax, particularly in stressful times. Because if you do, when you are stressed, you don't think straight. And it takes you twice as long to do things. So if you allow yourself to relax, basically, you know, anybody that's stressed that knows this, they read the same 10, 15 pages like 10 times and it's still not going through, then you know you need to be doing something to take yourself out of that, so that when you do actually, you'll be able to focus and, you know, you'll be able to read your page or do whatever it is, the task that you have to do, and you'll be able to do and get it over with. Because everything when you're stressed takes twice as long. So I think that is there something that comes to mind for the tapping? Because for me, it's just about bringing back in, you know, almost as a prelude to next week, to bringing back in to de-stressing, unless something comes up for you.
Also, next week I'm going to teach everybody how to protect themselves energetically.
Great.
Because I think we need to do that a lot more these days, because obviously people don't understand.
Yeah.
And I've been getting a lot recently from my clients and my students, because they've not been taught, even though they've been in several circles or they've been in sort of development circles. They don't teach them. I'm not saying everybody, but the ones that come to me have no clue. After being in several circles and all sorts of development circles, they still don't know how to protect themselves. So they go into different places and they're open.
Yeah.
And we go, how come I've come away with more than I went in with? And went, have you learned how to protect yourself? And they're going, no.
Yeah.
Have you grounded yourself? No.
Yeah.
Well, they're the fundamental basics.
Yeah.
And when I teach my students, they get it, whether they like it or not, they get it, but they do get it of why I'm teaching it.
Yeah.
And they do feel the benefits of it, because they will go around and they will go into places and they will not feel as though they've been barrage of everybody else's energies towards them. But that's what we need at the moment, is to protect ourselves and make sure that we are in our own energies and not overstepping the mark or allowing other people in to come into ours, which is great. Obviously, there are several methods, obviously, to do this, but these are simple energy protection you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
I just got the message that we are to help people in this, when you do the tapping, to help them with their insights. Because obviously the eyes are to with insights. That's all that came through for me from the guides. Okay.
Some insights and understanding. Okay. And of course, if that's the other thing, if you're stressed, you're not listening to your inner guidance. You're not listening to, you know, the cues that you're getting of who you should avoid, who you need to contact, you know, what is it that you need to do to mind yourself, all of these things that you don't, you know, that you tend to put to one side when it comes to Christmas, and particularly as women, because we put others before ourselves, and we're making sure we're like generals in, you know, in a campaign, trying to tick all the boxes to make sure everybody's got everything, and that everything is set up for, you know, a specific day. And then it's all over. You know, it's bill.
Likely, that went quick.
Yeah, and we forget the difference that when you know, a smile can make to somebody's day if they're feeling stressed, that you can, you know, that when you embrace that energy of do you know what? Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be all right. Yeah. And just, you know, to smile at people, because you can see the tension in their face going around with their lists, you know, and because I was shopping earlier on, and it was exactly the same thing. You know, there was people starting with trolley loads of food, like preparing for, you know, for a week, but a lot of will have probably family that will be coming to stay, so they will be entertaining for more. So obviously the volume is going to increase. All right, so we're going to talk about the tapping that I'm going to do is, all right. I can feel the tension rising.
I can feel the tension rising.
Yeah. There is so much to be done.
There's so much to be done.
I can actually feel the pressure on my head.
I can feel the pressure on my head.
And I can feel that it's building each and every single day.
And I can feel it building every single day.
And I can feel it in my gut as well.
I can feel it in my gut as well.
That pressure.
The pressure.
Building each and every single day.
Building every single day.
There is so much to be done.
So much to be done.
And I feel there's so little time.
I feel there's so little time.
And it's list upon list.
It's list upon list.
All the things that I have to do.
All the things I have to do.
All the pressure is building.
Building.
All the things that I have to do.
The things I have to do.
I can feel it in my body.
Feel it in my body.
I can feel the tension rising each and every single day.
The tension rising every single day.
I find that I can't maybe eat as much because I am so tense.
I feel as though I'm not able to eat so much because I'm so tense.
And I find that I'm impatient with others.
I'm impatient with others.
They just don't know how much I have to do.
So much to do.
Do they not understand how busy I am?
Do you not understand how busy I am?
So much to do.
So much to do.
And so little time.
So little time.
But what if I allow myself to relax?
What if I allow myself to relax?
What if I go through my list and take out what isn't essential?
What if I go through my list and take out everything that's not essential?
And in doing that, I allow my load to lessen.
And in doing that, I allow my load to lessen.
I can breathe a sigh of relief with each and everything I let go of.
Release everything I let go of.
When I look at the list, really, what is essential to be done?
What is essential to be done?
And letting go the others allow me to relax.
Allow me to relax.
I can give my body a break.
I can give my body a break.
Not only that, I can give my mind a break.
Mind a break.
I can allow it to take some time out.
Take some time out.
Maybe to listen to some uplifting music.
Maybe to listen to some uplifting music.
Maybe to do some dancing.
Maybe to do some dancing.
Let's free the body up.
Let's free the body up.
So that we can enjoy the moment.
Enjoy the moment. Yes, definitely.
The stuff that's as essential will be done.
Stuff that's essential will be done.
The rest we can let go of.
The rest we can just let go of.
We just have this moment in time.
Just have this moment in time.
So why not enjoy it?
Why not enjoy it?
Music, song, dance.
Song and dance. What a blissful music.
So uplifting. So freeing.
So freeing.
Allows me to embrace the moment.
Allows me to embrace the moment.
And when I embrace the moment, I can feel the joy.
I can feel the joy.
I allow myself to feel that joy.
I allow myself to feel that joy.
I allow myself to increase my happiness quotient.
I allow myself to feel the happiness rising.
Yes, to embrace that happiness.
Embrace that happiness.
And if I can do that for myself, then I'm spreading the joy.
I'm spreading the joy.
We are in the season of magic.
Season of magic.
But when we're so busy, we don't allow ourselves time to tap into that beautiful magic. The magic of the season. That's all about love.
All about love and joy.
So embrace that love and joy.
Embrace that love and joy.
We are so lucky.
We are so lucky and fortunate.
We can do so much with our lives.
We can do so much with our lives.
And embracing our joy, we can share love, happiness, peace,
love, happiness, and peace.
And tap into our intuition.
And tap into great intuition.
Tailor our life for the times we're in now. And allowing ourselves to prioritize.
Allowing ourselves to prioritize.
Ourselves and the love we possess within us.
Within ourselves.
And we embrace this body, mind, and spirit.
Cool. I was letting go.
That was really nice. Yeah.
That was really. And I've been told to do 2 cards, which we haven't done before.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I can feel the goosebumps. The energy is. That looks like self-care.
That's appreciation.
Ah, well, that goes very much on the theme to appreciate yourself. You have to appreciate yourself first.
Yeah. Moving out into the world and release all that no longer requires.
Yeah.
And then the other one, which popped up as well, which is also yin yang.
And that's about balance.
Yep, balanced. So obviously appreciation, balance comes in together, which is great. And it's a combination of two energies creating harmony throughout balance.
Yeah, and interesting because the yin and the yang on the third eye is part of the tapping sequence that we actually do. I actually love that tapping sequence because it's so much easier. It's literally only 4 points. Yeah, exactly. And that's our intuition, and the, you know, of what it is that we're being guided. And if something doesn't feel right, it's not. You know, so learn to trust yourself and your intuition. That was absolutely fabulous, Felicia. I can't believe it. We're on nearly an hour. So we are. So next Wednesday, was meant to be. Yeah. So thank you all for those that joined it. Thanks, Sarah, and anybody else that's joined us. We'll be in next Wednesday, the day after the solstice, the 22nd, at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we will be doing protection. We'll be doing about stress, so how to de-stress your body. I'll be doing another tapping sequence, and it's just so that we're in a good place for Christmas, that we can, no matter who you're sharing it with, even if it's just with yourself, but that you have such an appreciation of yourself and the love, you know, that you have within you, that just, you know, spreads out and embraces and impacts others in their lives. Thank you, my darling. And I love the card. We might pull some more cards then as well next week. And I love the fact, you know, that the themes were exactly what it is: appreciating yourself, loving who you are, and embracing that love, and respecting yourself and your boundaries.
True, because I think that's a very good thing to do.
Yeah, we are a work in progress, and we're all doing it together. Bye to everybody. Have a happy Christmas week, and we'll catch up next week. Bye, darling. Bye, Felicia. Bye, bye, bye. Bye.